Welcome to Elise Isles Vibez Only podcast, guys, where we celebrate positive vibes, creativity, and artistic expression. Sponsored by the Playlister Network and the Matrix Studios. Today, we have Ninja Crystal. Hey, Crystal.
Hi.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, you're very welcome. And Crystal, obviously, I've been a fan of you for a while, and I've been really excited to get you here at the studio with me. So, tell the guys if they haven't heard about you, who you are.
Yeah, so I'm Crystal, and I'm a content creator and martial artist, and that's pretty much what I do. And I'm also really into just fitness in general.
Awesome. And of course, guys, today I just want to kind of touch base because, she has a beautiful story that I actually caught wind of. And, this is something that has been really exciting to me because I was just telling Crystal, I really don't have idols. I really don't, look at other people in a certain way where I idolize them. But there was just something about your aura, Crystal. When I saw you, I was just like, wow. Obviously the first thing I saw was, wow, she's gorgeous. I loved it, right? And then second, I think it was one of the first videos I saw of you was your katana outfit. And I think that was pretty awesome because I don't know if it was katana. I don't know which. It was like you in a Mortal Kombat outfit or something.
Definitely katana.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
And that was something that really touched base with me because like I was telling you earlier, like Mortal Kombat is my favorite video game.
Me too. Oh my god, yeah.
And I love katana, and that was like the first thing that drew me to your page, and then I started stalking you. I was like, oh my god. I got into one video and I got caught into everything else, and I saw you throwing ninja stars. I thought you were throwing knives. I was like, oh my god, she is so cool. And I wanted to just kind of embody that as a person. I saw that you were so strong. I was like, how does she get here? Like, how does she have the damn mental ability to do this every day? And just how did she get into this and then I saw you walking somewhere and I was like, oh my god, she's from New York. I need to like go say hello.
Yeah.
And then I just randomly one day posted a reel of you, and I was like, I love her.
Thank
and that
you.
was the day that you told me thank you, and I think that's the day that we really started talking. And I was just talking about starting this show, and I told my manager, I was like, in starting production of this show, I was like, oh my god, Crystal has to be like one of my first people that I interview, and I don't know how I'm gonna get her, but I'm getting her. So I manifested this.
Yo, I have to tell you something. I actually completely forgot to tell you. Literally that week that you messaged me, I was telling my boyfriend, I was telling you I have a habit of over talking and talking people's ears off. Yeah. And he was like, you know what you need to do? You need to go on a podcast or start your own podcast. And I was like, I don't know about starting my own podcast, but it would be really cool to be on a podcast. And you literally messaged me that week. And I was like, this is insane. Like, I was like, whatever is going on in the universe, this is perfect. I'm so honored. So, yeah.
Oh, my God. And see, that's what I love because just like, you see the vibe and just like aligning because I just thought you were so powerful and I just wanted to hear your story. Yeah. And I just kept looking at you and you were so humble. That was like one of the first things. I was like, wow, she's so humble. She actually responded to me and it gained so much respect because I just like came out of nowhere. And just to see like that level where you met me at, and I was just like blown away by you. So obviously, I want my fans and my followers to know, what it is about you that drew me there, but what it is about you that's so consumable, I should say. So yeah. Tell them a little bit about yourself, tell them a little bit about your journey.
Yeah, I mean, thank you so much. I'm like always so honored when people message me and stuff because, let me just go back. So basically, I mean, part of the reason why I'm always so amazed when people message me is I'm not like an expert. I'm not a pro fighter. I'm just sharing my journey and hoping that, people can connect with it, have fun with it, whatever they want to take away from it. So I'm always happy when my content speaks to people. But I guess how it all started was I was going through like a really, really rough time. So the way that I grew up, it was a pretty traumatic upbringing. And I don't take the word trauma very lightly. I feel like these days everybody wants to say trauma, this and that. But I do really think that the way I grew up is really, fucked up. And my whole life I was really into working, always on go mode. And I put all my heart into my career and things like that. And I think a part of me was kind of shoving the whole traumatic things that happened in the back of my head. So when the pandemic happened, that was really difficult because every day I was up packing my bags, going out all day, doing work, coming back home late, and not having to deal with anything other than focusing on work. So when the pandemic happened and all of that paused, I was really going crazy. Like literally, I didn't know what to do with myself. So I started going to the gym, and I've always been a gym girly, but I never had the time for it. So I was like so excited and happy, and just, I just wanted to lose a little bit of weight that I had gained at that time.
This was during COVID.
This was during COVID, yeah, during the pandemic. And then I just started, going to fitness. I was literally at the gym for hours. And after a while, like lifting weights kind of does get a little bit boring. It's repetitive. And I would say once you have like your basic, it's more about continuing it. I needed more of a challenge. And I was looking into different things. My boyfriend did martial arts, and so I was like, maybe I'll try martial arts. He kept wanting, if he's there, I would like look at what he's doing. And then one day I got invited to one of his friends' martial arts schools, ninjutsu.
Oh.
And I didn't know what I was getting myself into. And little did I know how much it would actually impact me. So when I got to the class, it was so fascinating because everybody there had gone through something similar to me, or had similar upbringing, or just went through their own traumatic experience. And the vibe was just very different. When you go to a typical martial arts class, like people are more focused on conditioning. It's about like getting a workout in. You don't really get this type of training where you're training outdoors in your uniform and training for hours, no matter what the weather is, rain, cold. I remember when I first, discipline. So a few weeks I went just for fun, and I was intrigued. And then I've got to meet the head coach, otherwise known as Sensei. And he was so fascinating. And basically we did like a camping trip where he talked about what it means to be a martial artist, and it was the first time I've ever done anything like that, like survival skills, camping, all of the stuff,
the true meaning of like what a warrior is.
Exactly,
right?
Yeah,
like going back to culture and
exactly
just embodying that by like what it is for the spirit, not like what you're saying, not just the physicality,
exactly, yeah,
but the mentality and the spiritual embodiment of what this martial arts is.
So much of like what people don't know about ninja or like old like samurai ninjutsu, all of where it comes from is there's also a lot of like spirituality, and I'm very into spirituality, and I was like, this is insane. So I was, again, rock bottom. I didn't really have family growing up. I didn't have good relationships growing up. And I felt like martial arts, the way that he taught martial arts was very like well-rounded and wholesome. And I took it to heart, everything he said, how to be, how to act, how to carry yourself in public, how to be an example for everyone. I really took that to heart. And I guess it's such a long story, but to boil it down, I do feel like that's what really spoke to me, and I kind of just carried on with it. And then, of course, there's girls on Instagram doing what they were doing with fitness and martial arts that also inspired me. And I was like, maybe I should just have fun with it and see where it goes.
Yeah. And then you just like ended up where you are now, like just by chance, right?
Yeah. And so a little bit of a mix. So I did modeling, like lifestyle modeling a few years ago.
I did see that on your very bottom of your page.
Yeah.
I did see that.
And they always ask for your social media handles, and I wasn't really doing social media for myself, and I was like, I don't really like posting about fashion. Like, I didn't know, I'm like very tomboy. So I was like, well, I love fitness, and I was like, but who wants to watch me working out? So
trust me, a lot of us do.
Yeah, I'm now realizing that. But at that time, I was such a beginner. I was like, I don't have any skills to, show. But I was like, let's just share my journey and just see where it goes. And yeah.
Well, whoever films your content is pretty damn good.
I film my content.
I love your content.
Thank you.
And I love your transitions, and I love your kick, especially like when you're kicking certain things up in the air and just like doing whatever else transition comes after it. That's like my favorite thing.
Thank you.
And I really loved one of my favorite videos of you. I think it's on the ball.
Which
like
one? Oh, the Bosu ball.
Yeah. And I'm just like, I think I really love that. And to be honest, like my photographer over there, guys, he took me to, was it Randall's Island Cliff? what island? No, not Randall's Island. We definitely did not go there. Roosevelt Island. I'm sorry, guys. We went to Roosevelt Island. He almost had me had a heart attack. I'm terrified of heights. I'm terrified of falling. Yeah. And listen, there was a 9-year-old boy next to me that did better than me. Okay, guys. And like, he took me there and we were doing just like some fitness stuff, right? And it was like some of the best, I'm telling you, some of the best shots we've ever got of me in some yoga clothes. And I just like looked at it, and that shoot for me, I think that was the same the week prior to me talking to you. And I was just like, I need to be like her. This is my start. This is where I'm going to manifest it. And then it got cold and I was just like, I'm not hiking anymore. Yeah. So like one thing that I want to do is like, how do you build that discipline and that mentality that goes behind the martial arts, you know, for you? Because for me, I want to do it so bad. My dad is, you know, obviously taught me young. He did martial arts. My life partner is from Uzbekistan. He is a boxer. He's a mixed martial artist. And you know, I personally love boxing. I have a nice right hook, but I'm getting older and I'm getting out of shape. And a lot of people will look at me and they're like, oh no, you look great. But like, what would you say to those people, like to build that mentality? Because yeah, we could look great. Yeah, we may do minor things to stay a bit toned. Yeah. But what would you say to be that discipline? Like, yeah, I don't know what it's called. What is that little boxy thing that I have at home? I think it's like it's a speed trainer, but it's just to like throw punches, and that's all I kind of do. It's not like any type of like muscle gain or anything. So what is your advice there?
I mean, this is like one of my most asked questions from people, and I think it's number one, you have to find what you actually enjoy. I think it's important to find something that you like. So that's number one. And then number two is, why are you doing it, right? So if you're doing martial arts fitness, are you doing it to lose weight? There's no wrong answer. Like, I started off fitness because I wanted to lose weight, and I don't think there's anything wrong with wanting to look better and taking care of yourself. So that's, you know, getting clear on what it is. And the third thing, I think the most important thing is having like very, very low goals and standards. So for example, a lot of people, they're like, I'm going to go to the gym for like an hour and do this and that and this. Whereas if you put yourself in all these high standard goals, you're never going to want to do it because it's overwhelming. Yeah. So I feel like what I did was I only did like maybe 15, 20 minutes of kicks. Or if I couldn't get something, I would work on it for 10 minutes. And then you get tired of it. I'm like, it's okay. But then what I did was record myself, and when you look over the footage, you're like, oh wait, I almost had it. And you go in and you do it again. So basically, low standards, do it once and then try and do it another time. So let's say do it only once a week, and then you stick to that very low standard goal. Yeah. And then once you keep doing it, it builds trust within yourself, and then it actually motivates you to do more, I think. So it's very like organic. That's just my method.
Digestible.
I don't like to force myself. If someone forces me to do something, I do not want to do it. Oh my God. So I feel like the best method to trick your brain to wanting to do something is doing very little, accomplishing that very little thing, congratulating yourself on accomplishing it, and then it gives you positive motivation and inspiration to keep going. And of course, you do have to set some blueprint. Like, I'm going to do this once a week and I'm going to stick to it. So whether that's scheduling, writing it in your to-dos, or whatever works for you, you do have to stick to it. Yes. But if you set 10 minute, 15 minute, 30 minute, whatever you're able to, that you know you can do, then I think it's doable. You just have to know yourself. And that's the hard part, knowing what you want to do with it, why you're doing it, and are you actually going to do it.
That's a good saying, you know. And then guys, we're obviously going to go listen to some of the music in a second, but you know, just kind of leaving you here, you know, like with SMART goals, making it digestible, having just time management, and like you said, you know, just dedicating yourself to it no matter how little time. And the thing that I wanted to leave us with before we listen to some music, guys, is basically I don't know where I read it or where I saw it. I didn't create this, but somebody said that when it starts to feel like work, that's when you stop, especially if you love it, right? Because when it starts to feel like work, it just becomes repetitive, it becomes mundane, and you don't necessarily, you know, want to do that. So stop if you love it when you start to feel like it's work, and then start again, because then you can be even more creative and you can refresh. But on that note, guys, I hope that you enjoy the music, and we'll be right back in a second.
The kids have their station. Now you have yours. The new Party 101.9, New York's #1 for throwbacks.
Just another day. Just another day. Just another day on the porch with the guys, and we was just shooting that. Saw a pretty young thing in a F-150 passenger side. Way you looking at me, smile on your face, couldn't let it pass by. I know. Flagged it down, introduced myself, then pretty eyes made my heart beat. Said she born and raised in Florida, and her accent came from Georgia. Her accent, Louisiana, Suntan, California. Her dad's from Mississippi, her mom from Arizona. Said life's just like fishing, just another day on the water. She don't like fancy dinners, tableside bread, and they always want the candles lit. And she drank moonshine and she howled at the moon by the fire pit. Yeah. One shot, got you feeling buzz, huh? 2 drinks, got you feeling love drunk. 3 drinks, make you wanna fight some. These country girls know how to end the night, huh? Down here on the border, in the deep woods of Florida. Said she born and raised in Florida, and her dick came from Georgia. Her accent, Louisiana, Suntan, California. Her dad's from Mississippi, her mom from Arizona. Said life's just like fishing, just another day on the water. Said she born and raised in Florida, and her came from Georgia. Her accent, Louisiana, Suntan, California. Her dad's from Mississippi, her mom from Arizona. Said life's just like fishing, just another day on the water.
Why do I try? Why do I try? All it took was 2 seconds. Just let me know what you got going on in your head. Can you deal with resentment? What you gonna do with that if I don't come running back? No. You gon' be sick to your stomach, punching the air. Give it one view perspectives, like the proof ain't right there. You gon' be sick to your stomach, punching the air. Thinking, how could she catch it? 'Cause the proof is right there, right there. Oh, oh, oh. Proof is right there. Oh, oh. The proof is right there. Oh, no. Proof is right there. So, I got a question for you. Do you think I'm stupid? Do I got it written on my face? I'll be too caught up in my music to witness all your sneaky ways, trying to avoid the case, yeah. I'm running out of sunny days, oh yeah. You supposed to be my happy place, so no, I don't wanna hear that shit. I'm sick of it, how you gon' deny that it ain't what it is? She posted up with you like y'all more than friends, with benefits, this ain't making sense. No. Are you serious right now? It's just ain't making sense. Tell me the truth, tell me the truth. Don't be sick to your stomach, punching the air when you see someone else love me. 'Cause you never blame me. You'll be sick to your stomach, punching the disappearing like I don't exist. I'm calling your phone up, it's getting me pissed. You ain't no David Blaine out this dish. Somebody call 911. Tell them I got shot down. I've been shot down. In my heart, and it's piercing through my soul. I feel my body getting cold. So
when I call, treat me like 911. Vibe you up, cause I'm like that, really like that. Pull up, put out your vibe, I'm the vibe man.
Give it to me, something you won't regret. You know it's about that time. Come in and close the blinds. Baby, won't you be mine? I got a proposition, come and get what you've been missing. I'll give you everything that you've been wanting if you listen. I love the way you put it on me, make my body shake. I'll give you shelter from the storm, so baby, come and rain, come and rain on me. Boy, I really love it when you rain on me. So I want you to just, and I need you to just rain on me. Rain on me. Rain on me, baby. Caressing on my body, watching how you kiss it slow. Need you to do me right. Ease into my overflow, hush me out as my hands calm down, trembling at your tongue while we going round. Love when you hit it right. What's that? What's this? Saying to me you wanna fall in love. Grip it tight, you can't get enough. Wait for me now, almost finished. Know myself every time you in it. Oh, you take my soul from me when you're all on me. Make it rain on me. Rain on me, rain on me. Boy, I want you to just, and I need you to just rain on me. Take your time with me. No, rain on me. And if I beg you, please fulfill my fantasy. Rain on me. Take your time. No, rain on me. Boy, I really love it when you rain on me. So I want you to just, and I need you to just rain on me.
Inviting me over.
No problem, no problem.
What do you want to do?
I got an idea. You want to play with my yo-yo?
Oh my God, she's bad. If she leave me, she's the best I ever had. Excuse me, where are you going? Told me I don't know where the wind is blowing. Before you go, I really need an answer. You seem to be a woman with some standards. Wanna try to know you from your toes to your mind. Beautiful creatures are hard to find. Now, I don't ask this too often. If they did, I'll put them in the coffin. Honestly, I'm just real shy and I don't know why. You're a girl, I'm a guy. When I look at you, I fall in love. Fitted perfect in my hand like a glove. Looking in your eyes, I see forever. It is so certain that we're gonna be together. We can do whatever, cause it only will get better. Wanna keep you in my heart and I'll never say never. Baby girl, you're a blessing. But before you go, I got a question. Wanna play with me, yo-yo? Wanna play with me, yo-yo? on, before you go, I got a question. Wanna play with a yo-yo? Wanna play with a yo-yo? I'll give you baby time. Wanna play with a yo-yo? Wanna play with a yo-yo? Wanna play with a yo-yo? Wanna play with a yo-yo?
Streaming online at party1019.com. This is New York's #1 for throwbacks. The new Party 1019, a Nexus radio station.
Alright, guys. All right, we're back, guys. We were just chatting about, just the history with Crystal and I, and like what I did as well behind the scenes. And Cliff asked me, my photographer, he asked me like, well, who introduced me to him? And I don't really know. But I thought that was pretty cool. And, just chopping it up with Crystal, just finding out that we're just so similar. We like so many things. And I wanted to start with this one because we're both big foodies. We both have a lot in common that's very unexpected, guys. And we love steak. And so I wanted to talk to her in this segment of my editorial, about steak, because the other day I saw her. She was on Instagram and she just like whipped up a big, I don't know what kind of steak was
a
that?
ribeye.
It was a ribeye. And I'm like, I'm a sucker for a London broil. I like a nice shoulder sometimes too, depending on what I'm doing with it. I just want it to be a little bit tougher for what I'm doing if it's a broil. So I DM'd her and I was like, hey, you gotta try Del Frisco's in Manhattan. So I wanted to see what her favorite steak place is, because we're both from Brooklyn. And I don't know, have you tried, I know that, you have people in your life that are Caribbean too. And have you tried, is it Nostrand's beef ribs yet?
No, I haven't.
No?
Is that in Brooklyn?
Yeah,
No.
I think it's Island Burger, I don't know, but they have like a beautiful beef rib to die for.
Ooh, that sounds so good. Yeah, no, steaks and beef is definitely my favorite, for especially after you work out. The two places that really were memorable for me in Brooklyn, first one is St. Anselm, I think that's how you pronounce it, in Williamsburg. I go there every year for my birthday. And then Liberatador. Is that how you pronounce it?
Liberatador? I don't know.
Yeah.
But I go to Ainsley in Williamsburg.
Where?
Ainsley.
I've heard
Their
of that
steaks
one.
the bomb.
And
It's right
then-
off of Grand Street.
Yum. And then most recently, I went to Fogo de Chao.
Fogo de Chao. Oh my
So
God.
freaking amazing.
I get my lunch from Fogo de Chao.
So good. Yeah.
Oh my
love it.
God. Their sauce. And then I was talking to her. So you told me you were a part Korean, right? So
Yes.
I'm not gonna lie. I love Korean skincare. I love Korean food. What would you say you would advise me would be the best food to get?
Oh my God. I mean, I feel like so much of Korean food that people like is very Americanized.
Yeah, that's why I asked you what's the real stuff.
Yeah,
I
the
wanna
real
know.
stuff are all the stews. I feel like it's all the stews, all the little side dishes that you get. If you're not a stew person, like my boyfriend, I said he's Guyanese. He's not the biggest fan of Korean food, like the authentic Korean food, because it's a lot of stews and it's a different kind of stew than it is with other cultures.
Yeah.
So if you're not really a soupy stew person,
I'm a soupy stew girl.
yeah, you
That's
might
why
not
I'm
like
wait.
authentic Korean food.
Because you said he's Guyanese, guys, and you guys know that I'm born in Guyana. How does he not like that?
He likes stews, but he's very impartial to Guyanese stews. So
I love fermented food. I'm very impartial. So
Kimchi,
I'm not really good on curries a lot, but I love me some fermented food.
Yeah.
Some fermented pickles.
Me too.
Ooh, there's some this kosher spot by me, and they make actual real pickles like every weekend, and I love
Me too.
it.
I am a huge sucker for anything pickled, kimchi,
Sauerkraut,
yeah,
beets. Oh my god, I love
Beets.
pickled beets.
pickled beets, carrots,
Oh,
everything.
yeah. I love
because it's
everything
such a big
pickled.
part of my culture.
Same.
So anything pickled is like familiar.
So in my episode with Michael, I was telling everybody that my mom's half Asian, right? Even if she doesn't know, like she's just like, I don't care, I'm just a person, right? So mom, if you see this, please just leave me alone. I'm not putting you in a box, okay? But my mom is Asian, and my mom teaches me how to pickle stuff. So like what we do is, bitter melon. I don't. So we grow it in our backyard in Queens, and every summer at the end of summer we will pick so many bitter melon. I will cut it and I will pickle it with peppers we get from her tree, onions, and that's my medicine for like the rest of the year. Oh, I gotta make it next year when we have I'll make some for you and bring it.
Please.
Oh my god.
You can exchange.
But I think this has been an amazing time. I am so excited to see you, and I wanted to just ask you before we end the show, Crystal. Obviously, there's something that I'm highly interested in. I told you when I first met you that I was looking for, just a place to box and stuff that I feel safe as women. And I came across a couple of other women after that felt the same. So what would your advice be for women that are looking for gyms, like where they can go, and also, are you open to coaching?
Yeah, actually, so I'm actually getting my certification for personal training. I've been putting it off for a long time, but it's been a goal of mine for a couple years. More for physical training, not necessarily related to martial arts, but I also do coach on the side, martial arts, like online training, as well as like a few friends and a couple people that are my neighbors. And I would like to train more in the future, but I want to get like actual certification before I do stuff like that. So that's one. And then in terms of like finding a gym, this one is a struggle, especially in New York City, because New York is not really like a fitnessy area, like compared to Florida or LA or just other spots.
It's very urban.
Yeah, it's very urban, and most people are into like yoga, Pilates, that kind of thing. I would say always do a trial class. There's always going to be either free or paid trials classes that you can take. So check out the space, check out how the coaches talk, the environment, just get a feel for the vibe. I feel like that's the most important thing, because there's so much ego in people, and it can happen from both men and women. Yeah, but mostly with men. Just see the dynamics. So that's my number one advice. And then I would say, just if you feel like you like the spot, just try it out, but try not to commit to it until you feel ready, because there's also a lot of schools that make you commit and pay a lot of fees. I've been stuck in those kind of things. So yeah, always get a feel for it, and don't be afraid to change gyms if you feel like, there's some misogyny, there's weird comments, there's always something, that could happen. And so always make sure just trust your intuition. If you feel uncomfortable, don't be afraid to leave.
I love that.
Yeah.
And Crystal, while we're closing out, just tell them where they could find you on your handles. Yeah. And guys, just wait. I should ask you this before you give them your handle. Are you also open to doing music videos for any of the artists that are watching today?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Yeah, if I can do some ninja moves, I'm always down.
I could not ask that on the radio show, because I'm like, guys, I have a ton of artists. Like, guys, do you need someone to do stunts for you? She's here.
Yes.
Hire her.
Yeah.
Okay. And so, Crystal, just give them your Instagram, your handle, so that they can find you. And of course, guys, I'll see you next week.
Yeah, thank you for having me. And it is ninja.crystal, ninja.crystal.
Wonderful. Awesome, guys. Well, again, thank you to the Playlister Network, DSN Network. It's been a vibe. Thank you, Crystal, and Rick, of course, for being in the studio. And I'll see you next week. Bye.
The kids have their station. Now you have yours. The new Party 1019, New York's #1 for throwbacks.